My shadows, they follow you like an accomplice. Lost all of your dreams, the night is heartless. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness. My shadows, they follow you like an accomplice. Lost all of your dreams, the night is heartless. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness.
Well, the stakes could not be higher now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rounds GG official RLCS team stream. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Just me today to bring you all of day one action. No one's going to be here for the start for Split 2 alongside me, except, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, has a both on the producing and the observing for you as well today. The second best observing in the world today. Levinas, I see you in chat. Mwah! Please follow me back on Twitter. I think he already does, but you know, it just felt like the right thing to say. Big news in the scene right now, chat, especially in SSA. Is that a certain Renshiro will no longer be playing on high ping. We alluded to it at the end of Open 3 of that last stream to say that RLCS might be shipping him off all the way to Cape Town so that he can play right next to the servers. That has completely gone through, thanks to a few sponsors as well in amongst the RLCS crowd. If you do want to have some more information about that, I really recommend going over to their Twitter. Thinker, and with the assistance of Dev, wrote an amazing article about that entire experience. So please do go over and have a look. I know they put a lot of effort into it, and it is all with the aim of pushing this team forward. There's real passion in this organization to actually see success from the team. It's not just about the money. Of course, they do aim to be sustainable, but it's about that glory and planting your spot in history as well, which is also why they're willing to take us on for RDR Prod. So big shout out to Rounds. We absolutely love working with them, and already we've seen that be put to the test, because Renshiro is now officially number 1 in SSA in the ranked leaderboards on 2s and in 1s as well. Can you beat Renshiro in a 1v1? Apparently no. If you're from SSA, he takes that top spot. He had like 3 ping or something ridiculous. He sent me a screenshot the other day. That is LAN levels of low ping. And if you think getting flown out here to Cape Town wasn't enough pressure for him to perform, he's got the weight of the organization on his shoulders. He's also got the entire weight of the nation he left behind on those shoulders as well, because you may have heard that plans to be another Saudi-related tournament. Of course, the details of that in the current political climate might be put to question, but it is the Esports Nation Cup, and the way that nations qualify for that is it's based on the RLCS points that players from that country get in RLCS during the season. So Renshiro is actually representing Finland for that, which requires him to advance as far as possible in these RLCS Opens. But off to a start, of course. It's time to see how day 1 will look, and of course we do get that first round bye for having that higher seeding. Lone Wolf Esports, though, who look to be the stronger opponents to potentially face us by that first round. Usually they'll put the team on top that is the higher seed. That included the likes of Big Mac on the roster, and any of those that are in the SSA scene will know that he is a pretty serious South African player. It would have actually been quite a challenge to face that team for the first series of an entire open. Instead, we play the much lower seeded team at Netral, who have names that I'm not exactly familiar with, to be completely honest with you. So this is a time for them to flex their muscles against seed 11 rounds. But on the other side of the bracket, we do have Flight to React fans who look to be potential opponents later, but we'll leave that to later. Let's focus on the here and the now, ladies and gentlemen. For the first matchup of Split 2, it's Rounds versus Neutral, and you will see those familiar flags on the right hand of your screen. It's Finland Renshiro alongside his Reunion 8 teammates Onizuma and Mozzie to take on their very own. I mean, should I even be surprised at this point? 3 names I've never heard of before, looking to compete in the RLCS. Of course, they're from Reunion. It's the nation that is rising in SSA. They're probably the biggest up-and-coming nation in the entirety of RLCS, and you can fight me on that one, but you will never disprove it. Of course, that flag alongside Renshiro holding so much more value to him now that he has the highest potential to earn the most points for the country out of anyone. Of course, there are a few Finns over in APAC. I know that Dansku, I believe, has returned to Godspeed. I'm pretty sure Finzi is likely still competing in APAC, but Rounds have their own mission. Here in South Africa, the Reunion A rise once more, but there's one Finn man in Cape Town to put them to bed. Welcome back! And the wait has felt so long. What a pleasure it is to return to the broadcast and see kickoff for the very first time in quite some time. Marzi, as you can see, is happy to be back, shown by his new name tag he's put on. And Onizuma has been a player whose gameplay I really have missed seeing. He's got all of the mechanical swagger you could ask for. But it's actually Marzi who gets us started with it. Onizuma will be the one to tap it inside. A musty flick, slightly delayed, waits it perfectly. And Bimodal cannot clear that one out. Onizuma was already up. And that's what you expect from him. Plays with so much confidence. And has the mechanics to back it as well. For most players, if they dared try to play like Onizuma does, they would make a lot more mistakes. There's the first mistake coming out there. That ball went wide. Onizuma can catch again, though. Renshiro's waiting for that double. Doesn't land. Throws back over to Onizuma. Has a player on the inside. It's Marzi going for the strike. Saves out once more from neutral. Apologies for the name pronunciation. I'm just going to go on a whim here and say it's probably not being said right. But if any representation from the team would like to come over and correct me, by all means do so. Renshiro still looking for his first RLCS goal on SSA ground. I believe he was actually gifted a laptop for this experience as well. Couldn't bring his PC from home, too large, too heavy. And it's actually ended up being a laptop more powerful than his home PC regardless. So shout out to Lenovo for sorting that one out for him. So now with such low ping and better hardware, like you said, there's going to be no excuses. Mind games all round for rounds here. The defense has been absolutely sent. First is Renshiro of that backcourt. Marzi sends one. 50s for second. Onizuma wanted to have his own turn. And Noxo was sent off early. It's a great clearance coming from Bimodal. And as well, I do actually want to have a sneaky peek at what Renshiro is dealing with right now. Maybe after this play from Onizuma, Renshiro takes the strike. There's the third goal for Rounds. How much ping did he have when he scored it? Wonderful pass inside. And just sneaks that one through all three players. Eye through the needle. AIDS ping. Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous. I don't get ping like that. No one I know gets ping like that. And I even have some friends in France and I know there's Paris service. He truly wasn't incorrect when he said that he might as well be playing on LAN. And we did actually get to see a few clips internally from the last split, especially Renshiro in defense, where that ping becomes such a huge factor, of times where he straight up hits the ball on his screen and then it just dodges him and goes around and in the back of the net. Hopefully a lot of those ghost touches should be eliminated. Of course, there can still be server-side issues, but there's going to be no issues from the side of Lenovo and from the side of the Airbnb that I believe he's staying in right now, courtesy of Rounds. Marzi, 50. And Shiro's waiting behind. Onizuma's patient. Now goes up. Wants to hold it close. Potential here for a coast-to-coast, but I see Marzi on that right-hand side. Will likely pick that one up. Drops it down well. Now that will roll up the wall for him. Wants to take it off the ceiling, but it's blocked quickly by Kane Frozen. Right, 50 again from Onizuma. And it's a very comfortable start for Rounds. This is, as you'd expect, an 11th seeded team to be gifted a comfortable first round like that. First showing of the flip resets indicator as well on the stream. At some recent additions, which will be interesting to see how it changes the RLCS. Of course, you can now see when the corner and side boost would spawn, which I actually think is the biggest change on Azuma with a flip resets. And that's a photo finish. You can even hear the click of the camera. Little bit of a show of what he's capable of. And we know that he's worthy of so much more on top of that. Came frozen, first intercept, doesn't find the target. And the sheets stay clean for rounds. Do also want to bring up, I know that a few people in this chat will be used to watching the likes of Europe and North America. And typically those day one streams will have best of threes all the way through. But over here it's going to be best of fives all day. We start on day 2 purely due to amount of sign-ups. So it is going to be all Rocket League, as I like to say, as the Rocket League lords intended. Frozen beats his way through. Haven't seen the defense tested much from rounds, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen here. Maybe with this shooting opportunity. Hits the post once more. They've had a few opportunities go awry like that. Rounds haven't been able to collect many saves on the stat sheet due to it. Bimodal basket again. Gotta say, I do love the lane. It's great control to try and take it all away. Crossbar once more will stop them dead in their tracks. Onizuma doesn't get the touch, but Renshiro certainly will. Double padlock. Gets every single mechanic used. And Kane throws for one final opportunity. Still can't find the back of the net. Rounds maintain a perfect record out of their first game. And this is exactly what we want. We want to see the team get comfortable. I actually like when they go for the more mechanical plays as well. It just gets them warmed up, just brings the vibes up, gets them in a good mindset moving forward. Onizuma looked as impressive as ever. There were times where he looked a little bit nervous, it must be said, in Open 3. He had a lot to prove for himself in Open 2 when he first joined the roster, and that's when we saw him play very front-footed, very mechanical. If a ball was rolling to him, he would never, ever boom it away. I felt like that's what was somewhat missing in that third Open. But now here in the fourth, when the team spirits have got to be at an absolute high, especially with Renshiro so local, and all that experience of the off-season coming together as well, when rounds were such a quickly formed roster in between Opens. I believe it was a week before Open 2, these three decided they were going to team up. You've just got to expect that Open 4 has to be the one that all comes together. I mean, Split 2 in general, ideally, we are never going to have a Day 2 stream ever again. If we can make consistent top 8s, which has always been the aim for rounds, and especially is with these newfound advantages, it should be start from a Swiss stage from there on out. But again, we've had many ifs, buts, and maybes on this stream. We've had doubts as well of the likes of RS Cast and the likes of Bromeo, who always gets a mention on these broadcasts. But now in Split 2, the energy is different. Onizuma connects with Renshiro. It's a wonderful first touch off that wall. The second one is perfectly weighted. Kane throws, can't leave his net. Because Onozuma's going to beat him either way. Has to play reactionary. Can't play quick enough. Due to the amazing placement from Onizuma. And, oh, hold on. Sidewall attempt perhaps. Marzi stops that one dead in his tracks. He really found his stride in Open 3, actually. As much as I did say that there were definitely holes in the game overall from rounds in their last meeting on the RLCS landscape. Woo! He really did feel like he came in his own, and you say his name and he'll appear. There's some wrestling reference there that I know Rhino likes to always bring up, but this time He's not here to fill in the blanks for me. Only 1 minute and 2 goals already. On better form than we saw in the game beforehand, and I was already happy enough. That's another excellent play on the wall here from Onizuma, and Marzi just been the man to get the job done. And the goal explosion is so fitting. He's so pinpoint, it's high precision. Bullseye again. And we do hope to... Oh, hold on. Guys? Ranchiro went for an interesting kickoff strategy. I'm not even sure how much of that was deliberate. Of course he wanted to be closer to the play, but did he deliberately want to use an empty jump towards the ball? That was messy. Ranchiro over to Noxo, hits out on the back wall. There's space outside now for Marzi to try and find the net. Instead, off the back wall, there's space there. So Ranchiro could have taken on the follow-up instead. Now Onizuma's on. Marzi still space inside, jumps early. That should be on. 2 touches. That'll do. No, it won't. Crossbar and post both denying. Only the right to go for the woodwork challenge. Will Marzi find it this time? No, looks to tuck it straight down the centre. And Netra will happily keep that one out. Where's all that efficiency gone? No mind games here, though. Gonna land on rounds. Managed to escape from that play. Onizuma again, just holding down accelerate and boost. And that's usually a frowned upon strategy. But not when it's Onizuma. Not when you have an up-and-comer that can play with that energy. You know, can react as quick as a heartbeat to any play ahead of him. And do it in style. How about a showing of some of that style? Go for the backflip flick. It's close to the play. Marzi's just going to settle for that 50. Onizuma will bail away. Gets 100 boost. Ranchiro wants to cut first. Keeps it close. That is so precise. Only if you play this game do you appreciate what Ranchiro did there. Too many players will go up for that 50-50. They want to be quicker to the ball, so they attack it with pace. They go too fast into it, and Netral can just clear it from their own defense. But he slowed himself down at a perfect time, so he was still quicker to the ball, but he doesn't hit it too heavy. He still doesn't give it away, and that lays off to a rounds player. He is looking amazing. This is what low ping will do for you. This is what Ranchiro is truly made of. Sub-Saharan Africa has not had the opportunity to really see how good Ranchiro is. He is highly rated within European circles that of course see him play on close to no ping. Whatever opinions you have had of his gameplay in Sub-Saharan Africa, you have not seen him at his top form in Europe. You have not seen him at his top form on low ping, which is going to make it a very interesting experience now that he has it here in SSA. He is a Finnish champion after all, in a very competitive region, it must be said. All the Scandinavian countries are constantly extremely strong. Finland are absolutely no strangers to that. You can name so many off your head. Finzi, Tossis, Rexa, Dansku. Marzi not part of that. Or Ranchiro was lurking to steal it away from him. That's goal 4 out of 7. Jarku. I could keep going. You're correct, Finker. I don't know how I didn't even notice that. I am honestly just sitting back and enjoying the show. It is in fact a Brazil scoreline. I'm feeling the wonderful South America warmth. Which, speaking of warmth in general, hold on, Onizuma though. Oh, tried to beat the entire team. The ground play he looked to turn to air, couldn't do it. By Modal. Someone to keep that ball close. Eventually the 50 comes through from Onizuma. Marzi can't get past it. This could be goal 2. Doesn't go in. Just too wide, and Renshiro is available. Onizuma's jumped earlier, has landed on his car, sends it right back to Renshiro, and I believe that was an attempted pass back. It did not come through. Kane throws, pops it high. Onizuma keeps it for himself. Great inside pass. Him and Renshiro are just linking up so nicely today. To the greats make it 8. Goes for that bump as well. Gets actually demoed somehow from that process. Not sure how that's happened. But as I was saying, a little bit of a look behind the curtain. Renshiro's gone from one of the coldest countries in Europe, very north up, of course, other Scandinavian countries, to South Africa. He has mentioned as being a little bit of a culture shock. He has been absolutely boiling, but he's got himself a fan in his room. So don't worry, that will not be used as an excuse either. But just thought he wouldn't mind me noting that anecdote. Because I personally could not imagine going from Finland to South Africa. In terms of temperature, that is going to be a ridiculous difference. In fact, between games, I'm going to actually have a look at what the temperature is in Finland right now. And I'll have a look at the temperature in Cape Town. And we'll compare it. We will compare it. Across here, Marzi wants that double tap. Would be a stylish way to end off the game. No double digits yet. And I say yet because Onizuma has boost. He sees Renshiro cross. He'll send it right back. No! That looked like it was going to connect. But a pre-flip did not go all the way. I guess we'll settle for a 9-1. They're still on match point. They still have a chance to do it in the next game. So we'll see if they're able to pull it off. So right now, the temperature in Finland is 6 degrees C. The temperature in Cape Town is 23 degrees C. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I see what he's talking about. I definitely see what he's talking about. From 6 degrees C to 23 degrees C for Renshiro at the moment. But to be fair, with all that added heat, he is looking on fire right now. That was a fantastic performance. He got himself a hat-trick. He got himself a playmaker. What more could you really ask for? Even Marzi with 4 goals couldn't outscore him in that last game. 728 points compared to the 734. Onizuma comes in with 528. He's certainly slacking that. I mean, only post 500 points, sub 600. I mean, come on. We've got to be doing better than that. I'm expecting a lot more from him in this next game, and he better deliver. Otherwise, I feel like we're going to go through this again. I don't think they're making top 8. I mean, it's just as simple as that. I mean, this is the litmus test, right? If not a double-digit scoreline and everyone on 700, 800, 900 points plus, how can we really back them moving forward? They can attempt to impress me now, but I guess we'll settle with the 2 blocks filled in compared to the 0 on the overlay. Round, let's get the job done. Flip reset into Marzi. Fakes it down low. Somehow got a reset on the follow-up. Onizuma gets 50 for himself. 2 touches. Won't have enough boost for the third. Kane throws. We'll send it towards what I believe should be a safe corner, but Renshiro is lurking. Digs his teeth into the play. Marzi has Onizuma close. Wants to pop it up an extra vote. That ends up conceding possession. The 50 is not good enough for Neutral. And it's constant conversions in possession. Great shot, great save as well from Marzi to follow. Come on, boys. We had 2 goals by this point in the last. And Shiro. Great clearance out. Gets it towards that corner. Marzi wants it back to Renshiro. Can't redirect that one all the way. Kane blocks it first. Onizuma looks for that pass. Far post waiting. It's Renshiro again. The chemistry just looks sublime with the roster. Oh, and that's a cross. That's too easy. Did have my heart skip a beat for a second there when I saw it go high and towards that crossbar. But come on, are we seriously doubting Renshiro, especially with where he is right now? And I cannot imagine the pressure that he could potentially be feeling in these upcoming days, in these upcoming weekends. Because of course, your own self-pride, your own instinct to win, which he has always had, is pressure in of itself. Being the rounds poster boy as well and the captain of this roster, definitely has his added weight on his shoulders. They've managed to slot that one away for the second. Again, adding that extra fear factor with it pinging off the crossbar. But I mentioned it before, and it will be a huge topic of conversation between myself, Rhino, and Quanzek as well for these streams. Is that ENC qualification spot? I mean, they say it in traditional sports, and Finland is one of those countries that definitely has that sports pride as well, where it is the greatest honour to be able to go to a competition and represent your country, and it requires they get there in the first place. And Renshiro honestly should be the player that can earn them the most points, and he is playing as if that's the case. That's a hat-trick for him in this third game, a second hat-trick in a row. Not sure if he picked one up in the first. I don't believe he did. I think it was actually 4 goals for Onozuma that got us started. But also, not only does he want to qualify Finland to ENC, where there's pride on the line, there's a lot of money on the line, there's the LAN opportunity as well, which is the greatest honour as a player. He also wants to be selected to represent his country, because like I said, Finland has a lot of competition. They are heaps full of talent, and personally, I think Renshiro is easily deserving of that spot. But there have been players now that have represented their country for so long now that it's very hard to mix it up, and we've seen that has been a topic of conversation when it's come to South Africa's representation in events such as the World Cup. No, sorry, I believe it was FIFA E. Happened very recently. There's goal 5 for Renshiro, just so I mention him, by the way. This is a performance that's looking to prove his spot, and I'm sure many of us saw the news very recently. But one of those players who historically has represented Finland at these international Saudi LAN events has actually received a 1-year official ban from Blast for RLCS future events due to playing in multiple regions, breaking region lock rules, and using alt accounts to do so as well. I won't say the name, but I'm sure you could easily go and do your own research about that. But again, that leaves a big spot open for this man here on a double hat-trick, Renshiro. Of course, like I said, still not a guaranteed spot for him, because there are other players that are looking for that spot, but the way he's playing right now, you think the players would just look at that and give him the go. He's also got that advantage that he's actually a nice guy, like people actually want to play with him. And that definitely is a factor when it comes to a team game. You want to like the people you're playing with. I've only heard the absolute best for Renshiro. It's the first non-Renshiro goal, and not even a goal contribution in this one. Gets the secondary assist over to Marzi off that back ball straight to Onozuma. That's goal 7, and could set up for a second Brazil of this series, but that would require conceding in the first place. And I am just going to have a little look at the bracket. Hold on a minute. Never mind. Onizuma steals my eyes away. Another bright glint from the superstar. Flip reset all the way through. That's gorgeous. And in my eyes, he was going to be the difference maker for this roster. But as time continues, it's really hard to pick a favourite from this team. Marcy just feels like he's getting better and better and better every Open I watch him play. And also all the reasons we've spoken about Renshiro already. Nazuma. Is that out? Noxo manages to find a teammate inside. Still will not be able to pick up that first goal. I said I wanted double digits from this game. Rounds could make it happen, but they've only got 20 seconds now, and that demo is certainly going to slow themselves down and pick it up. That knife inside pass from Onizuma, but no one is waiting inside. Kane is going to get this ball for free. Renshiro's not going to be able to get that 50, but he doesn't force his flip through, so he can still stay close. Plenty of boost still left of a tank. Onizuma tips it out wide. The Sheets look to stay clean. They'll play for that 0-second goal, I'm sure, but Renshiro cannot keep it up. It is the first series, the first sweep, the first win for rounds, and for Renshiro touching down as well in Cape Town. 6 goals for him in this game, and it was actually the first 6 goals of the game. 904 points, that's a bit more like it. That's what we like to see. No ghost touches on these screens, ladies and gentlemen. No uncharacteristic whiffs, and we were calling them uncharacteristic, myself, Rhino and Quantek, throughout the entirety of the last split. And some of you guys here that are more used to the SSA scene, or have only really seen rounds compete in APAC, compete in SSA, might have been confused why we were saying that, because you are only used to a high ping Renshiro. You haven't seen him with the shackles taken off, the weight unstrapped from his legs and arms. This is him at his prime. This is the Renshiro that we always talk about and hold at such a high regards. What a great first series. I mean, you really could not ask for more, but we do have a bracket that we are unfortunately waiting for here, so this is going to lead to quite a bit of time in between games. We've got Not Bad Double, who managed to get themselves a sweep in their opening results, and we'll have a look if I recognize any of the players of that team. That's Monster High, Dragonides, and All Right Blessed. I can't say I recognize anyone on that team, but I definitely recognize the people on Flight's React fans. It is Zep, Chunkler, Dylan, and Cam. I'm actually not sure what combination of 3 are playing. I would assume that Zephyr and Chunkler will undoubtedly be playing, especially because, you know, Chunkler's Spanish. They wouldn't have an import side to the roster for absolutely no reason. However, I'm going to assume he's not living in SSA. Maybe we'll do a ping check a little bit later for that one. But one player that we know definitely is in SSA right now is all 3 of the players on rounds. This is them looking to be at their very best. There's going to be no excuses from us here at the desk anymore. It's just letting the play do all the talking. And unfortunately, we're going to have to wait some time for those words to come out. Flights React fans still to play Not Bad Double. Ladies and gentlemen, what an excellent start it has been so far to the split, but it's not even the end of the day. So please do stick around. Hopefully one more best of 5 to go. Round CG, show us what you've got after this short break.
What if I told you, from now on, the only thing you need for gaming is this desk? Uneven Base is a complete esports setup. It includes a powerful computer, keyboard, mouse, and monitor. All in one, lightweight build. Uneven Base is foldable, portable, and easy to set up. Perfect gaming experience wherever you want. And of course, yeah, there's RGB. Uneven Base. Now it's about you.
Siis mikä voi olla niin tärkeää, että äijä ei näy 2 viikkoon? Äijä on tullut takaisin. No niin, let's go. Pitkästä aikaa pelikentällä.
Tervetuloa Prozoneen.
Tervetuloa Prozoneen.
Tervetuloa Prozoneen.
Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Tell me somebody how long he will be on my mind. He will be on my mind. On my mind. He will be on my mind. Way too many faces in the crowd, but I think that I see you. One too many drinks got me changing up the way that I need you. Now we're both at a bar, acting like it's not hard, trying to feel something different. Talk to somebody new, kinda wish it was you, kinda numb to the feeling. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months and I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Not that you're gone. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Laying on my floor, thinking about all the things that we've been through. From 24/7 to pretending like I never met you. No, it's all for the best, cause I know we're a mess every time we're together. Going out of my mind, and I wish I could lie, tell you that it gets better. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months where I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't
I dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me, where you dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me, where you
Feel me in the dark, in the darkness. My shadows, they follow you like an accomplice. Lost all of your dreams, the night is heartless. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness.
Well, it was an excellent start to all of today's action with a simple sweep for rounds and an incredible performance for the now localised Ren Shiro. But there's been quite some time to wait for the series beforehand. It went a little bit longer than expected. And it wasn't exactly the results we expected either, but we'll get into that a little bit later. This should be the final best of 5 of the day, assuming that rounds pick up a victory and can advance to the Swiss stage period. But as you can see, Flights Reacts fans, the team that was seeded to go through, the team that we very much believed to would advance to play us in this final round, face defeat to Not Bad Doubles. So on Flights Reacts fans, it's Zeph, Chunklet, Dylan and Cam that are listed. But we'll go to show you those that are going to play in the next matchup. It is going to be rounds again, facing this new and interesting roster, Not Bad Double, to say the very least. A team made up of a Kenyan, a Ukrainian, and finally a Nigerian. Monster High, Dragonite, and Alright Blessed stand against us in the first ever event all 3 of these players have signed up for, and already have certainly made their impact on the bracket. But round look to be too much to chew in this upcoming matchup, with pings low for Renshiro and, well, typical Reunion A ping for Onozuma and Marzi, usually hovering around the 70, 60, sometimes even 80 mark. But we are the 11th seed and we want to prove ourselves as a little bit more than that. That seeding of course earns whilst Renshiro was still home in Finland. And these 3 players, you know what, I am interested in looking at the seeding of them, so I will check that out for you. Seed 43. Take from that what you will. That's interesting. We'll see how these players will play. Definitely some new names to the scene. We'll see how familiar their play styles are. But this does not change the aims of the players. We assumed, of course, that we were going to be playing the likes of Flight Reacts fans and thought that was going to be a hard matchup. On paper, this should be tougher, but I still back around to go all the way today. Channel point predictions are up for this upcoming matchup. Do you want to go for these potential new guns? Not a bad double. This very interesting addition to the bracket. Or for home, for country, the advantage. Are we going to go for rounds? We are the highest seeded team. We will be playing on that orange side, and we will be getting into this lobby very, very soon. Still going to be a best of 5 format to get ourselves into Swiss, and to qualify through uppers gives us such a good seeding advantage for the first 2 rounds before it completely goes to that BU system. But there are new kids on the block, but rounds are all the same. Renshiro moves in to be those new noisy neighbours. Can the Finn get it finished with the Reunion A? What are we to expect? Let's let the gameplay do the talking. Not bad double, sorry. Are going to be a bit of a wild card for rounds. And we do expect that they are going to play at our maximum level. It looks like a few standard Phoenix from the Not Bad Double players, and a standard Octane as well for the 3rd. That's interesting. Renshiro looks to take it up himself, burns through all his boost. Let's try to sneak it under. Onozuma can't break those lines. Marzi gets him himself. The 50s are strong. The net is completely open. First goal will run for rounds. And it was those double commits of a chase from Onozuma against Alright Bless that had opened up all that space. A curiosity. Can I get a ping check? We'll look at Renshiro, but I would love to look at the opponents as well. We've got 216 from Nick Boom. I'll assume that's the player who claimed they were Ukrainian. 84 and 64 for the other 2. I'm not quite sure what to expect from Kenya and Nigeria. Of course, they are, well, Nigeria especially, a little bit more northern in Africa. And these are sub-Saharan Africa servers that I assume might be deeper south. So, won't read too much into that. Great goal here coming from Onizuma, though, making it free no matter what. No matter who these guys are. Rounds are making themselves known. It's a wonderful tuck away into that near post. And the defense aren't able to bring it out, and this is really making me think that if Not Bad Double somehow pulled up a 3-1 against Flight's React fans, how would Rounds be looking against them right now? Bless, backflip, takes it over. Onizuma looks for the catch, just gets it off the ceiling instead. It's heavy. Marzi to get the bump he was looking for. Alright, Bless flicks it over too. Still a bit crowded at this front post, looking for just a passage of escape. Marzi might have found it. Will need the assistance of Onizuma to get it down. Misty Flick goes all the way off the post. No one's there to follow. Warning shot sent. Do not give this youngster space. Renshiro to Onizuma. Has seen him with a bit of space, but that's a tough angle. It's manipulating your favour. Marzi leaves this one to the corner. Isn't able to pop it up himself. Onizuma gets 100 boost on the ball as well. Stays tight. Ball pops up. And the second man is close for Not Bad Double. You can see the bump being attempted as well. But Rounds maintain their composure. And Renshiro continues to show that calmness on the backboard. Taps it down well. It's 50'd eventually, but that's given time for his two teammates to get back. Marzi beats one with a fake. Burns down all his boost. Won't be able to collect that 100 himself. Still, though, stays hungry. Gets that 50. Onizuma will pop it high. There has been some advancements made here by Rounds. But Not Bad Double have actually been in the team with the pressure for quite some time now. But Rounds have still looked calm outside of possession. This has been the first time they've been tested in that regard. And well, no goals conceded and no scary opportunities conceded either. Will fill me with confidence inside pass of the back wall. Doesn't reach Marzi. Onizuma gets that touch of a corner. Nick Boone. Like the name. Sends it long. Gets a second touch himself. Marzi again, just keeps the ball in safety. It's been a lot of wide offense coming from Not Bad Double. They really haven't found that dangerous central space because Rounds have just made sure those gates have been closed, siphoned them away. This is their first drill chance in this centre, and immediately you can feel the heightened danger when that's discovered. Marzi gets the reset, not close enough to send it too far. There's going to be a chase back towards the net. Onizuma will just boom it forward. Play completely reset for Not Bad Double, but Rounds will look to pick their pockets now. Renshiro's just been given the ball 100 boost as well. 0 boost on the man challenging him. Still puts himself in a good position, but Renshiro makes sure not to jump too early. Foresaw those circumstances. And what that has led to is a wonderful sweep out of defense. The offense doesn't last long though. Alright, Bless with a free set. Oh, but it's a high challenge from Onizuma. It's a tough angle for him to find. He doesn't reach it. The pass doesn't come through either. And Shiro out wide. Marzi's patient. He's Onizuma. Doesn't come through. And Shiro flicks it once more. And it was 3 goals in quick succession in the first minute of the game. But ever since, there has been somewhat of a drought and not as much planted pressure from Rounds as we would particularly like to see. But they gave themselves the luxury of changing the mindset. Playing a bit more defensive. Not trying to overcommit because they know that when they do play an offense, they do like to bring that third man high with them. And they don't want to tempt themselves with those opportunities when they know that they can hold these lines. They know they are playing opponents that are capable of taking down pretty top competition. Onizuma looks for the double, doesn't break through. But the seconds have been burnt. 4 minutes straight, actually. Left in a burning pile. And Rounds plants their flag at the very top. Game 1 goes their way. And despite the amount of possession that was conceded to Not Bad Double, it still felt rather comfortable. I mean, somehow only 3 shots for the blue-sided roster. 11 on the side of Rounds. Just more value when they found those attacks. And a lot of that coming from exactly what I said before. Not Bad Double. We're just not really finding any of the central pressure Rounds knew how to control the play off the ball. They lured them into those safer areas, played for those 50-50s, were able to get those passes out of defense as well. Because the players put themselves in such good offloading positions. And when you do have players like Renshiro, like Marzi, like Onizuma that are so good and have the vision at offloading those passes to the teammates, it does create a lot of really dangerous counterattacks. So whilst the time spent was somewhat few and far between, the shots that they were able to get, the density of shots they were able to get in those small passages vastly exceeded that of their opponents. And that's what happens when you have a team of such experience, of such chemistry, and of such low ping as well, because it's a lot of quick decisions that have to be made and you don't want to be given any delay from the game itself. Let just raw skill do the talking. It has done the talking so far today. Azieka puts it high. Marzi leaves it. Onizuma has burnt all his boost and only reached a halfway point. Still has Renshiro and Marzi though in close quarters to pick it up themselves. Azieka, it's a good beat. Could get the double. It's on target. First goal for Not Bad Double. And you cannot deny its style. Self set up, sends the ball off the ceiling. Card towards the right wall. They meet in the middle, and it's a wonderful low boost double tap to follow. If Rounds were going to concede, I'd rather it'd be something like that, but they get it straight back off the kickoff. And it was all Renshiro. Beats his first man. Recognises the placement of the second. Knows how to place those 50s. Little known fact, ladies and gentlemen, Renshiro is a pretty decent 1v1 player. Funny that. Mentioned it before. Currently number 1 in ones for everyone in SSA right now, if you check out the leaderboards. Also, number 1 in twos, ahead of second and third place being Onizuma and Marzi. Of course, there is a disparity between ranked and RLCS. But so far today, there has been nothing to prove otherwise, but they're not deserving of those titles, except maybe that misplay there, which has conceded a ball in a very, very dangerous section of the park. Despite the double commit, Marzi doesn't get his touch. Renshiro's been bumped off, and it's just low boost all round. Onizuma sees a man ahead of him, so just waits for Marzi to commit. It never comes. And this is the test that you really want to see how Rounds respond to. Onizuma's up. That's a free back body. Scores those. I'm just going to call it. It was over before it even bounced off. You don't see a defender there. You see Onizuma already up. This is just free play for him. His mechanics never crack under pressure. That is a 99 out of 100 opportunity. And he'll pre-jump this time as well. I said I wanted to see him play with confidence this split. And early signings have shown but that's exactly the version of Onizuma we're going to get in this Open 4. But hopefully for the rest of the split as well. And Renshiro will just look to control this to his own corner. Marzi is close to the play. The 50 is not great, but still tipped wide of the post. Onizuma gets that 50. Should get this 100 boost as well. Bless challenge close. Marzi had to pick that one up himself instead. Demo comes out. Boone just wins that race towards the ball, but now those heavy touches have left a very favourable position for A-Ping and a Dream Renshiro. Onizuma, though, is the play you look for. Ceiling plays, come down, won't be able to get that follow-up touch. Marzi off a backboard again, and that seems to be a big weak point for Not Bad Double. It has been left way too open for Rounds to exploit. Onizuma gets the reset off the ceiling. That was the exact same play he went for beforehand. Marzi has somehow slivered his way through the grass. Finds them on the back of the leg. And put the team back in the lead. That poison works quick. And now it's not bad double that have been called to respond. A shot from Renshiro. Oh my goodness, what a save from All Right Bless on Azuma. Gets it on that back wall as well. Nick. Oh, doesn't get that pinch with Onizuma. That was clear. That's what he was playing for. Trying to use that play against him. That's a wonderful read off the back wall. Rounds are playing, dare I say, with a bit of anger right now. They went behind and took that personally. Now Not Bad Double have not been given the privilege of escaping their 6-yard box. It's been all 3 men forward. They've gone for the bums. They've attempted to embarrass them as well with pinches against the opponents. Onazuma's had the confidence to stick around and go for the awkward 50. Sorry, the awkward read off their back wall to pick up that 4th goal. This is devastating. Got 3 very evil geniuses. The rounds have been loaded, and the clips have certainly been getting emptied. Marzi. That one was wide. All right, though. Was still feeling like he had to go out that one at full pace. Could be rewarded with a goal here. It's a nice setup. From defense to offense. Maintain just the right amount of boost on Azuma with a wasteful touch. Wanted a 50-50 with All Right Bless, but he kept his composure. He stayed grounded, waiting for the ball to land straight back on his car. And that is just a playbook position. When you see how the defense is placed, you play towards his back. You should have an easy 50 to win every single time. Marzi does well on that 50. And now it's 1 minute for Not Bad Double to try and equalise and send this one to an OT. It would be the first OT of the day. And it hasn't particularly been close in any other matchup. Renshiro, you can see on Azuma. Sees the attempted demo as well. The awkwardness on that back wall, but Boone instead just cover rotation to make up for the unfortunate position his teammates had found himself in. But in the corner, here's the rounds press. Marzi just making sure heavy touches are forced. They don't want Not Bad Double to take any of these controlled touches so that they can dribble it forward. They were given a chance there, and you can see immediately they were able to take some forward space, shut down eventually by Renshiro. Now Marzi looks to again just make sure they've got no privileges. Onizuma stays tight just so he can pick up that second ball, and it's these second balls that have made all the difference in this game. 5 seconds to go. The ground is heating up. All right. Sends that one too heavy. Onizuma just booms it along. Now the entire ground is to aim for, and rounds will be on match point, on qualification point for the upper Swiss stage. But Renshiro makes sure to rub salt in the already very open wound. I mentioned that the gameplay from rounds had changed. It wasn't just about winning. It wasn't just about grabbing the result. It was about sending a message. It was about trying to cause that embarrassment towards their opponents and seeing how that can carry themselves forward. In this third game, we know who the top dogs are. And it's certainly not the team that has to pull off a reverse sweep for upper bracket qualification. It's the team that hammered them down in game 1. Gave them an opening in the second, and then completely ripped it away from them. With high pressure, high octane action, plenty of mechanics, and it really did feel like only the first and aspects of that third goal maybe, were all Not Bad Double. Because there was a bit of a mistake to create goal 2. You could argue a bit of a mistake as well to cause the third, with Onizuma maybe jumping a little bit early, with Marzi not close enough behind him if he was going to go for an early jump like that. But goal 1, full credit to not bad double. It was an excellent catch the right wall to double tap. Can't complain about that one. That one will just go in your net. But when it's come to the consistency, when it's come to the pressure, week in, week out, that's what Rounds are here to deliver. It was top 12s, followed by a final top 16 for this team's performance. Must be said though, this iteration only formed a week before Open 2. Hold on, ball down. Doesn't reach. Zieka gets system Marzi on Azuma. Has an option on the right hand side. Renshiro will stay grounded for the time being, but the low boost defense still allows that one to be a 50-50. Marzi. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. Straight to the opponents. That one's been given away for free. You could feel this coming when he went for that first jump. Felt like he needed to because he did have a player chasing. I believe it was Hazieka who was close to the play and would have surely beaten him if he had waited a few seconds longer. So not as egregious as it may initially seem. But still, felt like it could have been escaped in the few touches before. Well, we've seen now that Rounds can chase back from behind against this very team, no less. Ball off the back wall. Let's do it straight away. Nice and easy on Azuma. He eats backboards for breakfast. It's a great carry from Renshiro to make it happen. Again, the back wall, the backboard. That entire space is left completely undefended from not bad double. That'll surely come to them with experience. If these are 3 new fresh players to the block. And if they're not, then I bet they'd be really offended in hearing that. Anyway, that's Yeka. Great close control. Tips it over. Marzi. Oh, what a good first touch. Allows him to chase for the second. And Shiro. Oh, over to Marzi. Tips it high. And Shiro again. Saved by All Right Blessed. Very nice pick up of the play as well from the midfielder for not bad double. And Azuma needs to turn this one inside. 2 plays committed for not bad double. That only left Azieka behind the 2 vote. Have rushed back well. With a quick moment to recover. Marzi allows him to have the space. Wants to force that ball straight into him. It did, but still didn't get the touch he would like. That has kept the ball in this third. On Azuma though, immediately flips the pitch. Marzi's up. This could be a shot on. Saved off the squishy. By All Right Bless. Renshiro inside. Tough angle. But Onizuma still rifles it to the back of the net. And again, it's Renshiro to make it all happen. The talisman, the catalyst, the metronome, whatever you want to call him. Renshiro is Rounds man. Here he is. One touch on Azuma's close once more. Marzi will loop himself all the way to the back wall. Flip reset. Renshiro positioned himself high. Marzi's done well to fill the gaps available for any balls inside. Instead, actually, decided to switch it up. Stepped up. Got himself a demo. Renshiro not going to find a teammate. Going to have to chase it himself. Maybe force for the man behind. Just a reminder, if Rounds manage to pick up this victory in this game, not only is this end of the series, it's end of the day. Upper bracket qualification of the Swiss stage. Incredible seeding picked up for the first 2 rounds of it, where then the BU system takes over. And what happened here? We're going to have to see a third angle, ladies and gentlemen. Onazuma's been gifted 1 for free. Sure, he beat 2. Oh, I'm not sure what that challenge is. Renshiro, of course, had that fear factor of being ahead of the play. And that definitely made the third man challenge early, but he was left on an island by his first 2 foolishly sending it. And Rounds will never waste an opportunity like that. We're not caught off guard by that early challenge. Renshiro has that shot saved. And we're now going to go to double-digit seconds. The time left on the clock, sub 100 now. Rounds just have to hold on. But if there was a rope they're holding on to, they're confidently climbing up it right now. They are thriving. They're looking for 4, they're looking for 5, they're looking for more. Marzi saw space on that back wall. Also saw Renshiro was available for the redirect. All out wide again. Marzi thought he was going to be playing for a dunk. Instead, has to go for the 50 afterwards as Yeka just gets the save. And that follow-up touch couldn't get the ball on target, but what it has done is brought us to 60 seconds left. There hasn't been a change on the clock. They still have that cushion from being 2 goals ahead. And this is where you're starting to feel very, very comfortable as a Rounds fan. And the players are playing as such, not too comfortable though. Still maintaining their defense. Renshiro, double tap opportunity. This time the backboard is defended, but it's a lesson learned a little bit too late for not bad double. Marzi, stopped there by Nick Boone on Azuma. Well, has that one out to Bless. That could have been a scoring opportunity if there was more power behind the strike. Couldn't find it, so instead they'll just watch as this clock whittles its way down. The yellow text is on the screen, and yellow is danger for not bad double. They'll be going to the lower bracket, and for Rounds, they can dust off their hands. Day 1 done. A perfect record heading into the Swiss. And the new kids on the block, potentially not bad double, but for a valiant effort against Flight to React fans. It wasn't a bad second or third game from them particularly either, but Round are just a higher rung of the ladder. And they will be placed as such on that Swiss table. Well, what a performance from all 3 of them it has been today. And in that series, I felt like Onizuma, again, just gave us a show of what he's made for. Renshiro just made all of those plays happen. It was just such well-placed 50-50s, all-round pinches off those surfaces as well. Always somehow just finding a teammate. Went for those bump plays off the ball, getting to show his intelligence, now paired with a lot more mechanics now that he's got, well, 200 ping less than he had beforehand. And that is actually to no exaggeration whatsoever, which feels unbelievable to say. You can already feel that this is a revitalized roster, and for many of you that are Rounds fans and haven't followed them in their finish runs, this will be your first time ever seeing who Renshiro actually is. Well, he's a player who's worthy of giving us a wonderful day 1 bracket like this, because he definitely did look like the captain on the roster. He led by example, and he led the team to a perfect bracket. Of course, getting that bye in the first round due to being that 11th seed overall. They went on to play neutral, which was a very, very confident game through and through. 3-0 made it easy, even though the team, you could tell, had some quality about them. They didn't seem newly GC or anything. Definitely high GC at a minimum, but still there are levels to this game. Not even SSL is much of a match for Rounds. They are multiple levels ahead of that, and that definitely could be felt in this upper final. Easily SSL competition, but easily dismantled with a 3-0 victory, which leads us to where we are now. We will be returning for tomorrow's action at, of course, I believe it is 5 p.m. local time for sub-Saharan Africa. It's 3 p.m. GMT for those of you that come from the country that a majority of RDR prod come for. But I do just want to take one final thanks for Rounds for this opportunity. It's been an absolute pleasure to extend it to this split as well. It's interesting to see how Renshiro has been able to play on his new Lenovo laptop, and of course in his Airbnb over in Cape Town, which has been financed by Rounds himself. Of course, looking to qualify Finland for E&C and take the organisation he's committed over a year and a half to new heights over here on the RLCS landscape. He's got those youngsters, he's got those Reunion A alongside him on Azuma and Marzi, who are looking to make their own strides as local talent here in the region. But this is just the start of what should be a long and prosperous journey here in the second split. Day 2 arrives 5 p.m. local for those of you in SSA, and we will see you tomorrow.
What if I told you, from now on, the only thing you need for gaming is this desk? Uneven Base is a complete esports setup. It includes a powerful computer, keyboard, mouse, and monitor, all in one lightweight build. Uneven Base is foldable, portable, and easy to set up. Perfect gaming experience wherever you want. And of course, yeah, there's RGB. Uneven Base. Now it's about you.
Siis mikä voi olla niin tärkeää, että äijä ei näy 2 viikkoon? Äijä on tullut takaisin. No niin, let's go. Pitkästä aikaa pelikentällä.
Tervetuloa Prozoneen.
Tervetuloa Prozoneen.
Tervetuloa Prozoneen.
It's hot.